last, we have a beloved game of mine. It is a game called Tag Pro. This is a game that can appeal to pretty much anybody, and understood absolutely anywhere, regardless of prior gaming knowledge or their age. You are a ball, and your teammates are also balls, and the enemies are balls, and everybody is scrambling around to capture the other team's flag. Block other players from touching your flag or pop them once they do. Maybe even activate a trap or slam them into it. Lots of potential can come out of this game even when it's such a simple concept. It also works in all browsers. Moving on with our list into the Big Bad 4, we have Prismata. This is a turn-based RTS in the shape of a card game. Not fully released as of now, but there is a fully fun and playable alpha available that you can try. This is a very complicated game, and despite its appearances, it does not have a CCG deck building mechanic like the, art would suggest, but rather players have to reactively plan build orders and reactively participate in the matches depending on what's played in turns. Really, it's an RTS that just looks like a card game, not the other way around. It can be played with Java-enabled browsers. And number 3 is gonna be RuneScape, the atlas of browser-based MMOs. This is still one of the most popular games out there, with a pretty freaking wide audience appeal. The game does require a stronger machine at the moment, but soon an engine update will alleviate that issue. RuneScape requires a subscription to access the full title, but honestly, the free-to-play component of the game is satisfactory and rewarding for a time. Aging, but still charming. Can be played in Java-enabled browsers, as well as downloaded on PC. Absolutely earning its spot at number 2, we have a game called Duelist. Now, Duelist is the newest game in a wave of emerging titles within the genre of multiplayer tactical CCG. And so far, it's the most polished and refined. Duelist very much feels like if Hearthstone were to have a playing board, pretty much, and that's it. Engaging single-player challenges as well, an epic variety of deck-building possibilities, and gorgeous pixel art mixed with digital paint. This is one of the few card games where every turn feels potentially explosive and impactful. As of right now, the game can be downloaded on PC and also works in browsers. And now my personal pick for the best online browser game, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it to agar.io. So if you haven't heard of it, you live under a rock, basically you play as a blob in an open, flat, very simplistic world with dozens of other blobbies, and you're all just kind of trying to survive. Yeah, well, once you lose your contempt with just not getting eaten by the bigger blobbies, you can begin your conquest by devouring other smaller blobs and climb your way up to the top of the leaderboard. I mean, Food Chain. Another deceptively simple game that actually holds a lot of depth when considering when to take the risk to split your blob, when to run or eat, and especially when adding in the factor of team play. It really is a simple and clean game that epitomizes the kind of title that someone is looking for when looking at an online browser game. It works in all browsers and can even be played on mobile devices. And before we finish the list, I do want to give a shout out to all of the agar.io clones out there, like Snake.io and such. They're actually all pretty interesting. Every single one of them. Clean, simple, fun, and they're all just as easily accessible. But agar.io I have to really give the spotlight to because it was kind of like the father of all of them. So there you go. That's